Girondin. There we go. And this is being recorded, for your view back pleasure. Now, my name is Malik Girondin. All right, today I'm going to go over blue team content engineering. This is a new field within cybersecurity that really popped off within 2023, believe it or not. And we're going to discuss companies like TryHackMe, Hack the Box, Security Blue Team, companies that are hiring for these new content engineering based roles. All right, so I'm going to go over the slideshow, give you a brief introduction to content engineering, show you guys live examples of what you'll be doing in the field, and then close out with introduction to my Udemy course that can help you build on those hard skills as a content engineer. All right. So Blue Team Content Engineering, the complete career guide. These are my contact information. If you guys want to reach out after this lesson, I am on LinkedIn. Feel free to email me, and I do have a YouTube channel. All right. This is first course of its kind. This is a new career, and get ready to learn new training and knowledge. All right. So this is the table of contents for today, Lunch and Learn. We're going to talk about myself as an instructor, brief introduction to who am I. We're going to talk about content engineering. We're going to talk about how to prepare for the content engineering Udemy course. And we're going to talk about expected competencies that you should know as a content engineer. One little, mantra I have as a content engineer is become a jack of all trades, master of none. You'll be surprised how many skills and tool sets you'll be using in the field as a content engineer, just being well-versed in pretty much everything. All right. So my story, these are some old pictures of me. I used to be a cashier back in Walgreens from August 2017 to 2021. And, I enjoy my tenure there at Walgreens. I even got the, certificate right there, 3 years of service, but I was really there for 4 years. So that really taught me, customer service skills, how to speak with clients, how to speak with people within cyber, not only in cybersecurity, but how to speak with people from different backgrounds, dentistry, construction. All right. Even today, as an instructor, this job as a cashier really helped build out those soft skills. I transitioned out of Walgreens into Health Trust, still there to this present moment, but I do light hours. This was a role where I was an HR recruiter. I was looking over nurses, documents. Do you have your titer shot? Do you have your vaccine? Is your background check? Doing all that stuff. But what really got me into IT? What really got me into cybersecurity? Well, this was a career search. This was the major focus. Now, this is a live article you can find on Ring Central's blog site. All right, I picked out an excerpt because I just want to talk about this portion. Girondin's career, that's my last name. Girondin's career became laser focused when a national cybersecurity attack on the Colonial Pipeline compromised computerized equipment. Guys, this took place back in May 2021. Feel free to research this on your own time. Very traumatic cyber attack. When I was a cashier at that moment, you had customers freaking out. What's going on? Why is gas prices going so much? We need help. It wasn't until then, days later, I spoke with my shift lead about the incident. He told me what was going on. He's like, hey, this is cybersecurity. This is what I'm going to uni for. I'm like, what? Well, I don't have enough money to go to uni. How can I study the field, at a relatively low cost? Look into CompTIA certs. So that brought me into pursuing CompTIA certs on my own time and dying outside of working a 40-hour schedule and getting other certifications like AWS and Blue Team Level 1. Recently graduated from college, WGU, very popular within the States, with an IT or business administration degree with a minor in IT management. All right. So this brings me to content engineering. All right. As you know, well, I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm recently a new content engineer for Security Blue Team. This is a leading cybersecurity training company based in London, UK. And I recently started roughly a month ago. And so I am building labs. I am building stuff you see on TryHackMe, on Hack the Box, on platforms that students, aspiring cybersecurity students, get into those, those labs and get their skills up. That's what I'm doing right now. And guys, it's an amazing career. And I'm going to show you the background and the inner working and all that stuff regarding content engineering. All right. So what is content engineering? This is the main question. What is content engineering? Well, content engineering is the practice of organizing the shape, structure, and application of content. So that's the point right there. We are changing the way people learn nowadays. Yes, usually colleges, those are the more traditional paths, colleges, community colleges, but now it's 2023, it's the digital age. Students are learning from online platforms, also dubbed as MOOCs. All right. So we're learning from online platforms, whether that's BTLO, Security Blue Team, Hack the Box, we're learning from online platforms, cheaper alternative compared to college and stuff like that. So you as a content engineer, you're in task, your duty is to create content. You're to create that shape, that structure for students to learn. And we're going to talk about feedback. Because what if you create something that students really don't like? They really don't, can vibe with. We're going to talk about the feedback portion to that. All right. Why is this career field so important? Why has it popped up today? Well, content engineering is very important because why? Creating and delivering engaging content experience to customers across multiple channels challenges even the largest organization. Again, as I mentioned earlier, we're challenging colleges. Think about that. Who would have thought we could challenge college? Who would have thought we could compete with colleges? And to the point, you could go on Reddit and check for yourself, IT careers on Reddit or cybersecurity. People are leaning more to self-studying. They're leaning more to other courses like SANS and stuff like that, other online courses aside from colleges. This is the new wave nowadays. Layers and personalization, interactions, and hundreds of device types, and you have a competitive force. Content engineering is becoming competitive, and more companies are leaning to that. And we're going to go over job descriptions from many companies that you might be intrigued by. All right, content engineering bridges the gaps between strategy and development. Working with content strategy, content engineering transforms static content into a form that is atomic, intelligent, and structured. Guys, think about this. Data itself has no meaning. Data itself without context has zero meaning. You as a content engineer, you're turning that static data with no life, no meaning into something intelligent, something atomic. You could take a stat and turn it into a statistic. Think about it. That's content engineering. You're taking scenarios, examples of cybersecurity, let's say, or incidents or responses and something, and turning that into an educational platform. And we're going to show you that. We're going to show you all that stuff. Now, guys, there's a major difference between a content engineer and a content strategist. You guys really, and take notes on this, really hearken to this point, because these are two completely different career fields, but they complement each other. My current employment, we have a content strategist. Her name's Mel. Shout out to her. And we're going to go over what they do and how this different from content engineering. Content strategist is responsible for working with a team of content engineer, and myself, to come up with a unique content ideas for publication across online digital platforms. Their duties include conducting market research to learn more about content trends, target audience, participating in meetings with management, etc., etc. So this type of role is pretty much the marketer. You're bringing that traffic into the content. You're building that traffic into the platform. Because think about it. Content engineering alone, just creating labs, how's that going to help people without a marketing team, without selling the product, without selling the service? This is business. How can you got the best product in the world, but if you lack visibility in this competitive market, no one will know you exist. So it's very important if you're a content engineer and you're, applying at these companies, do they have a content strategist? Do they have a marketing team? If so, then you're going to see ads of your content being displayed. For example, I have my new lab, which we're going to talk about, called Teapot. It's launching this Friday across Twitter, LinkedIn, all platforms. That's content strategist. So shout out to the content strategist, and really befriend people like this, because you'd be surprised how much traffic they bring to your platform. Let's talk about the second paragraph. Content is king in today's competitive market landscape. Guys, content is king. You know this from YouTubers. You know this from teachers, instructors. Content's king. It's to the point, as we brought up with colleges, people will get in debt to learn information, get in debt to learn piece of information, which they could learn outside of college. So they're not really going to college for knowledge per se, but really for a piece of paper. So when it comes to content engineering, you're developing affordable content that students can learn at a reasonable price. All right, content marketing is an essential marketing tool that businesses can use to increase brand awareness and conversion rates. Guys, as a content engineer, you want to build your brand out. It's very important. I was doing this a year before. I was talking to, shout out to Gina about it. I was doing this a year before. Guys, content engineering is something that it's a transferable skill. Whether you're a blog writer, whether you're a YouTube creator, you could translate that into content engineering. You will be surprised, and we're going to talk about that. All right, let's talk about it. Content strategists are such in high demand because they're the ones who connect with consumers and generate leads by presenting relevant content through blog posts, tweets, YouTube videos, and more. Think about this, guys. We're currently working on a new certification right now, and it's an honor. The only reason that certification exists because customers from our current platform, our current employer, they wanted specific content. Hey, we want a training course within blank field, within blank section. Okay, let's work on that. That's the relationship between the consumer/student and the instructor/content engineering. All right, so let's move on to the next topic. content engineering for omnipurpose content. So guys, keywords here, take notes: organic marketing and inorganic marketing. This is very, very important when it comes to content engineering. And I'm going to show you a prime example when it comes to organic marketing after the slide deck. All right, organic marketing, these strategies include creating your own original content and content created by a loyal fan. Organic content is much more authentic. Consumers trust organic marketing over paid advertisement. Even if it reaches fewer people, it tends to be more effective over time. Organic marketing campaigns can keep the interest of current followers and build an online community. Guys, this is key. And I'm going to show you this. Again, with my current employer right now, Security Blue Team, we have our own Discord. All right, that is organic marketing. We have a Discord with loyal students, loyal clients, and stuff like that. They will preach their feedback. They will preach their concerns. Hey, can we get a lab like this? Hey, can you change this lab? And I'm going to show you that in real life. I have the Discord tab open up right now. That's an online community. That's organic marketing. We didn't pay for the Discord's not paid members only. No, it's free to join, free to leave. That's the purpose. That's the beauty of organic marketing. On the flip side, you have inorganic marketing. These strategies involve paid advertisement, like banners, sponsored posts. You guys think about it. If you're on YouTube like me a lot, you're watching a YouTube video, you might get an ad. I don't care about it. I'm always seeing this ad. Always seeing the same ad. It's getting annoying. I just want to skip the ad. That's inorganic marketing. You're being bombarded with paid advertisement, banners, sponsored. Think about it. You're just going through a website. You're seeing these pop-ups and clicks. I don't want that on my screen. Aside from organic marketing, something you're interested in, something that you find, oh, okay, you guys are building blue team content. You know what? I'm a supporter because we believe that there's a lack of blue team content in the marketplace. That's the difference between inorganic and organic marketing. Now, organic marketing can be used to boost traffic quickly and reach a wider audience, but you're not going to get that loyal fan base. So it's best to combine both. All right. So we're going to go on to the next slide. And I did create a course, which I'll briefly go through near the end, called Blue Team Content Engineering. It's a Udemy course, 11 hours long, and it goes over 5 main tools and a few competencies to help you build your skill out as a content engineer. So if you're lacking that creative mindset, you're lacking tools to really envision or make your ideas tangible, I have a course that is right for you guys. So this is some tips on how to prepare for the course. Guys, get a good night's sleep. You'd be surprised how many students I teach from across, even in Black Rose Hack and across other organizations, that do not get sleep. They're running on 5 hours. They're running on 6 ounces of coffee. Guys, that's not healthy. Get a good night's sleep. Really, your brain deserves it. All right, 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours of work, and the last 8 hours for leisure. Switch up your study environment. I recently made a YouTube video about cleaning my study environment, making sure it's less cluttery and I have more space to breathe and stuff like that. You'd be surprised the difference between studying in filth and studying into something that's more, I guess you could say, lack for a better word, heavenly. All right. Third one, stick with an environment that works. If you have a noisy household, look into traveling to a library or going to a friend's house that's less noisy, more peaceful, more tranquil. Lastly, fourth, I should say, listen to calming music. I'm a huge advocate of lo-fi music. So whatever music you like, I try to listen to instrumentals, stuff without vocals. It really helps me study. It really puts me in the zone. And lastly, eliminate distractions. And I guess I'll plug in a book by one of my favorite authors, Cal Newport. He has a book called Digital Minimalism. It talks about limiting distractions. Yep, social media is a main distraction. And with the new invention of Threads, with over 100 million users as of today, it can really deter our attention from getting our skills up in this cybersecurity industry. And, instead of focusing on random tweets and goofy tweets and stuff like that. So eliminate distractions, either put your phone on do not disturb, silence your phone, whatever, because you need your full focus to prepare for this course and boost your career up. So I'm not going to go over this video, but this video, it goes over my desk setup. This is the current one I'm using right now. This is the microphone I'm using. It has an arm stand. I am using a 2020 MacBook Air. I have 2 monitors. These are AOC monitors. And I have 2 speakers as well. And I have a port replicator because with the Mac, there is no USB port. It's just 1 Type-C port, actually 2 Type-C ports. So it's very hard to add extra peripherals. So that's my current setup. You can find the full video on YouTube. All right. Oh, I did not mean to play that. Let's go to the next slide. Expected competency. So going through this course, and even without going through this course, as a content engineer, you want to build up skills in critical thinking, communication, teamwork, technology, leadership, professionalism, career and self-development, and equity and inclusion. These are all important career competencies, even through the course and outside of the course. So it's very important that you guys really look into the skills. Can I critically think? Can I develop a scenario that students like? You'll be surprised. We just had one student, I believe it was 2 days ago, voices could turn in the Discord chat. Guys, I don't think these labs, and he's not referring to my labs, I don't think these labs are challenging. You're rating it as hard, but it's easy. It's not allowing me to critically think as an expert cybersecurity professional. Okay, let's take that into consideration. Communication. How do you communicate with your students, your client? Do you have a dashboard? Do you have some type of program? Do we have Discord? Yes, we do have Discord. That's how we communicate with students. We could do it over email or support chat. Teamwork. Guys, as a content engineer, and I talk about this in the course, you want to have a good team. It's important that you have a good team. Have people from different backgrounds. Okay, you specialize in pen testing, you can make content around that. Oh, you specialize in OSINT, you can make content around that. Have a great teamwork, because doing it by yourself is going to be very difficult. Technologies, as I showed you guys from the previous slide regarding desk setup, you want to have a great setup as a content engineer. You don't want to be running on Windows 7, some crappy computer, because your crap's going to burn down. Get the latest, get the up-to-date content, get something that suffices. Me personally, MacBook 2020 Air, it works for me. That's the technology I use to build out great labs, and I'm going to show you guys an example of my labs as we move on. Leadership. Guys, as a content engineer, you're pretty much an instructor. You're pretty much a teacher, and you'll be surprised whenever you create content, and this depends on your employer. If they have a dedicated thread for your lab or for your challenge, you want to be that leader in that lab. Oh, professor or lab creator blank, can you fix this error? Or this point, this answer's not working. What's going on here? You want to demonstrate leadership. All right, take the charge, take the blame, instead of hiding and ghosting honest criticism. Professionalism, guys, let's make sure these labs are professional. They make sense, and they're there to help people get their skills up. Lastly, career self-development and equity and inclusion, because you belong there too. All right. DaVinci Resolve. So this is one of the first tools we talk about in the Udemy course. DaVinci Resolve is a free-to-use video editor that you can use within, on Mac, Windows, or any other operating system you have, and it works quite fine. You could create videos on, intro calls, all that good stuff. So that's DaVinci Resolve, and of course we go over a cool lab and help you get your DaVinci skills up. YouTube, again, I believe this is the second most visited website, very popular search engine. And going back to organic marketing, doing stuff on YouTube, creating content on YouTube will boost up your SEO, your search engine optimization. So as a content engineer, if you want to publicize your labs, your content, it will make sense to advertise it on YouTube so you get that traffic and stuff like that. All right. Canva's a great app. It's a freemium app, so you can use the free tier or pay tier. You can use this to create thumbnails. All right, create documents. I'm gonna show you what I did with Canva recently with one of my labs called Chef. I created cool stuff on Canva you wouldn't even believe. So we're gonna talk about that later on. Google Docs, this is a great site. I believe, shout out to Susie, she's in there. She demonstrated me create a cybersecurity blog using Google Docs. So that's a free tool to use if you have a Google account to create documents and all that cool stuff. Google Slides, same thing to create PowerPoints. Parallel Toolbox, this is, it's not Mac exclusive, but I have it on my Mac. This is another great tool to use to, record your screen, take snapshots, all that good stuff. AWS Cloud, and of course we talk about cloud skills. We do an entry-level cloud project called the Teapot, which is launching this Friday on BTLO. So my lab made the cut, and we show you a cool lab regarding AWS Cloud and what you could do with it. What else do we have? HTML, CSS. So if any front-end Aspire web devs in here, we go over HTML, CSS, the backbone of websites nowadays. So we talk about that as well. We have some cool labs in that. Git and GitHub, these are important skills to have. I believe in all fields of IT, just knowing how to use Git, GitHub, how to commit, and how to save and all that good stuff. We talk about that within the course. Notion, this is, again, #1 app I love using. Great note-taking guide, great productivity guide I use to document my journey, my labs, my CV, all that good stuff. So I'm going to show you guys my Notion as well. Google Fool, this is a skill per se, not really a tool that you could use to, look up stuff online and find key artifacts. And lastly, I believe this is Feedly. This is a popular search, I won't say search, a news app that could funnel over, like, let's say hundreds of articles within one dashboard. So really cool stuff. And then Visual Studio Code, which is a very popular IDE developed by Microsoft that you could use to, again, play around with code, whether that's Python, HTML, and all that good stuff. I got more. VirtualBox and VMware. These are hypervisors that you could download on your Windows machine to play around with labs, play around with different operating systems, and really develop labs, get your skills up, and test out new things. And there we go. So that's it. So let's go into this. Is in the way real quick. Let me actually minimize this real quick. I want to show you guys the Udemy course real quick before we dive deeper into content engineering and all that good stuff. So this is the Udemy course. It is available right now. I believe Udemy approved of it. I believe it was a week or two ago. So for anybody watching, this course is available. I do have a discount code running called BGH 23. So BGH 23, if you guys want to get this course on a discount, really cool course. And this is the section you will see as a content engineer. I talk about, what to expect. So pretty much what I've been through for the past 20 minutes. Outlook, cloud. We talk about, thank you for the heads up. Thank you. HTML, CSS, as I was showing you guys. We go over all that stuff, and each section has a detailed summary on what you're expected to learn, and you're not going to go in blind. We talk about building emails, challenge lab, GameStop labs, all that cool stuff. We talk about Google Docs, Slide Foo, as I mentioned earlier, DaVinci Resolve. We create a little horror film, which is pretty fun. Notion Feely. So the course is very verbose, 11 hours long, and I want to give shout outs to Tanisha Martin, CEO of Black Girls Hack, really inspiring me to create a course like this. So if it wasn't for her, this course probably would have never exist. So there you, excuse me, had a little choke right there, but there you go. Look into this. You can look it up on type in Blue Team Content Engineer on Google, and the course will pop up, or you could go into the Black Girls Hack chat. So that is that. We're going to close this off right there. And I want to go over this. So this is an example of one platform that you could see your content engineer stuff. So this lab right here, I'm going to open this lab up. This is an example of a lab one of my coworkers did, and now it's uploaded on BTLO. So far it has over 36 solves, medium difficulty. It's worth 50 points, and operating system Linux. This is the final product as a content engineer that you want. All right, obviously this is under the pro section, so students will have to subscribe to a subscription to even complete this lab. So you have a scenario and you have questions. Behind the scenes, we have content engineers working on scenarios, working on questions for students, aspiring cybersecurity students to level up and get their game up. So that is this lab. This is an example called Marionette. We have more labs as well, investigations on BTLO, SAM, Cove, Crack, Banker, and we have much more coming out. And again, these are the categories. So as a content engineer, if you want to specialize in OSINT, go for it. Threat hunting, go for it. Threat intelligence. But before I say that, you want to make sure does this align with the business practice? Because sometimes let's say there's dozens of OSINT labs. We're lacking a market within incident response or reverse engineering. You have to dive into that topic and create labs on that. So you want to make sure it's balanced. You're not putting all your eggs in one basket. So this is an example. This is just one platform across cybersecurity. You also have ActiveBox, which I'm pretty sure you guys are familiar with. You have TryHackMe. You have many other platforms where you can see these labs here. You wonder who are creating these labs and how does it launch? And this is how it works. So that's that. I wanted to show you guys regarding the Discord. So this is the Discord. As I mentioned, when it comes to content engineering, you want to make sure you're offering, support for your students. So I introduced myself to Discord, and I told students, hey, do you have any feedback? Do you have any questions that we could use, we could have and use to build out our courses and change them? So as you can see, shout out to these students. Hey, can you fix this issue? Can you fix that issue? Hey, can you fix that? In fact, this is important. This is listening to the customer. This is listening to the client. You don't want to be a content engineer that you're in your own world. I'm above reproach. I'm not listening to anybody. You're going to suffer in your role. You're not going to succeed. Listen to the students. Listen to the clients. What do they want change? Hey, can you change that? And you'll be surprised on the output and stuff like that. So that's that. And we have this chat. We also have other chats such as BTLO. This is the lab platform as well, and all this cool stuff. So you're going to see this a lot. And these are all the active investigations. So let's say you created a lab called Jackie. You'll go into the lab. If students are stuck on something, you'll assist them. Hey, if students complete your lab and they have a certificate, you will applaud them with a fire emoji. All right, so that's that. That's the student side of the thing. A little bit about my employer for those that are wondering. Security Blue Team, again, it's a London, UK-based cybersecurity training company. They are blowing up quite recently, and they are the creators of the BTL 1, 2, and the CSOM. And this current one you see right here, I'm actually working on. So we're going to keep that on the wraps, but it should be launching later this year, Q4. So again, as a content engineer, you're going to be building out certifications. You're going to be building out training platforms, all that stuff to lead you to a successful career in content engineering. So before I go into like the job types, actually, I'll jump into that right now. So if you go to SciTech Career, this is just one job platform, or you could go into, let's see, this is how it looks like on the back end. So you could go to click this. You'll see roles like defensive content engineer, blue team content engineer. It's the same thing. Cybersecurity research, the same thing. And you look, one thing you want to look at is required. Usually with content engineer roles, sometimes they require cybersecurity experience, sometimes they don't. You want to look at these portions. Okay, can you write English well? Yeah, I can. Can you speak it? Yeah, I can. That's my first language. Okay, cool. You got that under control. Strong evidence. Guys, listen up. Listen up. Remember everything that I went through in the beginning of this lesson. So you got content engineering, the competency, the Udemy course. What employers are looking for, they're looking for strong evidence, not weak evidence, not, oh, I did a little Coursera course. No, strong evidence to demonstrate your ability with content creation. Oh, shoot. What the heck? How can you demonstrate that? You go through the Udemy course, learn skills, aside from my Udemy course, whatever. Build up your content engineering skills by being a content creator. So videos, you could demonstrate that using DaVinci Resolve or YouTube. Blog posts, you could demonstrate that using Medium or Notion. Training material, and I'll show you my CV and my strong evidence to demonstrate my abilities in content engineering. CTF, podcasts, all that good stuff. Okay, cool. What else are they looking for? Experience using offensive tooling. So again, as a cybersecurity student, you're probably going to be using Kali Linux, Metasploit, Canvas. I'm not sure that's the Canvas we talked about earlier, and all these other ones. All right. Desirable. This is key. This is just for this company. Active player on BTLO. So being an active player on, let's say, Hack the Box or Try Hack Me or any cybersecurity platform, any gamified course will really show you, okay, you're down for the cause. You are an inspiring cybersecurity student who is looking to get their skills up either way, i.e., if it's outside of college or certification, you're looking to get your skills up by doing these online courses and stuff like that. Let's see, hold other industry certifications. So guys, if you want to get your Set Plus, any other certs and stuff like that, that would demonstrate your passion as a content engineer. And I'm going to talk about that. I have a funny story I told earlier before you guys jumped on about, we got a new member on the team, and we're going to talk about it. New member on the team. The dude holds dozens of certifications. I'm talking about OSCP, GIC, Security Plus, all dozens of certifications, BTL1, BTL2, and even himself, as a business owner, as an experienced cybersecurity professional with over 10 years experience, wants to become a content engineer. He just got the offer letter today. If that doesn't show you how booming this career field's getting into, how even himself wants to join, I don't know what else. I really don't know what else. So even he wants to become a content engineer, and he just made that role of being a content engineer today. So looking forward to working with him. But that just shows you hold other industry certification, demonstrate drive, passion. How can you drive and passion? Those are intangible. That's how can you demonstrate something that's intangible? By actions, by productivity, by a CV. All right. And that's what the purpose of the Udemy course is, or just a portfolio CV in general. And we talked about professional development. So again, this is just one job. You have another job. Look, Try Hack Me. I'm pretty sure you guys know Try Hack Me. They're looking for what? A blue team content engineer. Guys, you can't make this up. You can't make this up. And there's more companies I can run through. I'll run through another one after this. But blue team content engineer, what are they looking for? Write and create cybersecurity defensive training material. Okay, that's easy. Collaborate with content engineer. Guys, we talked about teamwork. You have to have a great team. You got to make sure you have synergy among your coworkers. All right. Analyze industry trends. That's what we talked about Feedly in the course. How can you say you want to be a cybersecurity professional, but you don't watch the news? You don't know what's going on. What do you mean you don't know what Log4j is? Are you serious? What do you mean you're still on Windows 10? Windows 11's out. Guys, analyze industry trends. Watch the news. Look at new techniques. Nowadays, you got MFA fatigue going on. That's a new cybersecurity threat technique, all right, that hackers are using. Utilize these trends and stuff like that to build your content out. All right, research, okay, basic. And again, more research and stuff like that. And then you have the, requirements, strong verbal, written communication skills. Guys, see, that's a key word both employers were bringing out. Just write. Can you write? Are you legible? Can you write? Can you speak English? Basic stuff. Develop virtual machine. That's what we talked about, the hypervisors, VirtualBox, and VMware. Experience with offensive tools. So, that's easy to garner experience. And again, they want experience as well. And as you can see, nice to have, all this good stuff. I'll go over one more company. I'm going to go over a company called Let me see. Their name is Certified Cyber Defender. So they're actually a competitor to Security Blue Team. And shout out to the CEO, Mohammed. Great, very great dude. He gave me a a little voucher to his course, and I enjoyed it as well. So what I want to go here, I want to go to careers, and let's see if it's still here. And oh, it looks like they removed it. All right, so there's no content engineer here. So that's great. There used to be a content engineer here, but it looks like they removed it. So they already filled up. The position's filled up. Guys, these roles are filling up fast. So that's that. I want to show you guys the back end regarding content engineering and stuff like that, how I create labs or the demonstration of a lab. So before I go into that, I want to talk about articles. All right, so as a content engineer, again, you're going to be developing not blogs, but blogs and stuff like that, articles. So this is one example of an article. This is me practicing. It's the final draft and stuff like that, but you want to develop blogs and stuff like that. So interesting, catchy blog. Hey, what is it like being a content engineer? You write that. Why is it important? Content engineering versus content strategy, stuff I brought up earlier today. Okay, cool. Nice article. What other articles? So you want to get into cybersecurity. This will bring up SEO. Again, this will bring up search engine optimization, has cybersecurity. So you want to get in. It's really flashy, but we're not doing this for clickbait. There's actually interesting content in here. The dooming state of the market, stats and statistics. Pursuing certification. We have an interactive, Paul Jeremy dashboard here. All right, all this stuff. I embedded my YouTube video here. We have a lot of stuff here. I think this right here is my cybersecurity courses on my website. Great platforms. Again, go over in that MOOC, MOOC, the other training outside of college that you could use to get your cybersecurity skills up. So again, you have Hack the Box Academy, SecBSD, Range Force, Offensive Security, Project Areas, Try Hack Me, and the list goes on and on and on. Keep it up with changing. So you want to develop blogs, articles that are catchy, but they provide students or readers with great content and great information. Honest truth, again, this blog is really good. What else? What kind of other blogs you want to get into? Is coding necessary? This is going to spark interest between aspiring students and cybersecurity professional. Because yes, coding is necessary, but why? You want to explain why is it necessary? Program versus coding. Why? Why is that against each other? Coding guide for cybersecurity. Why do I need to learn this? So you want to make sure you're not just writing random stuff, but you're writing in-demand stuff, trendy stuff that could inform your students, inform clients and stuff like that. And I think I have 2 more articles to show you guys the importance of mentorship. Guys, shout out to Tanisha Martin. She is my mentor, great mentor, appreciate it. And I'm honored to be a mentee of her. She inspired this article, the importance of mentorship, especially in cybersecurity. Guys, cybersecurity, and I don't want to lean off this topic, but it's important to find a mentor within cybersecurity. And I believe Black Girls Hack offers mentorship. So really look into that. You want to make sure you choose an offensive mentor, blah, blah, blah. You get the point, build out blogs. And the last blog I'll show you guys, imposter syndrome. Guys, everyone here, I don't know where you're at in your career field, but I'm roughly 9 months into my cybersecurity career field. I won't say I'm a senior. I won't even say I'm mid-level. I'm a junior. I'm going to be honest with it. I have enough confidence and courage to say, hey, I'm just junior, but I'm not going to let my junior rank put me down from not really going hard, not developing content, not really pushing forward to the mark. No, heck no. Okay, I'm a junior, but I'm going to put some work in. So we talk about advice for juniors. We talk about imposter syndrome for cybersecurity, all this stuff. Guys, as a content engineer, you want to build that audience. You want to push out this information for your students and your clients and stuff like that. We're not just building labs all day. We're building blogs, articles, podcasts, all that good stuff. So those are all the articles. Now let's talk about the labs and stuff like that. Let's talk about this lab right here. And the real ones, you guys are probably familiar with this lab. So let's see what lab I want to talk about. I'll do this one. This is a great lab. And guys, this is the beauty of content engineering. If you're a creative person like myself, you want to, explore different topics and explore a whole world, you could do this within content engineering. So this is one lab example. This is called the Chef Challenge, all right? It's not publicly released yet, but looking forward to it. The Chef Challenge, so I'm gonna give you guys a scenario. Gregorio Kitchen, he's an experienced chef with a great track record in the industry. And he has an honorable mention from the great Gordon Ramsay. He's on track to become the #1 chef in the world. Now, he's currently going through the process of joining the biggest UK restaurant, and it's having his background and medical health verified. Will he make it in? Is up to you. That's the scenario that came out of my mind. Random. This has no correlation to any real life company. It's just a scenario, all right, for students like you and I to dive into and answer questions. So we got the scenario. Gregorio Kitchen, he's applying for this job. What job is he applying for? He's applying for a senior corporate chef. Remember how I brought up Canva earlier? I created this using Canva. So this is a false job ad. All right, what are the qualifications? Let's see, working in the same, okay, 3 years experience, good communication, okay, cool. Work as a team, teamwork, synergy, okay, cool. Have CompTIA Chef Plus, okay, that's a new one. Good looking, oh, wow, spicy. Send your CV to this email right here. Guys, you wanna make sure your scenario is real life. This is real stuff, guys. We're not just making crap content. We're making quality content as a content engineer. You wanna make sure your clients and students can enjoy this type of scenario. Hey, you know what? After completing his lab, I actually came out with some new knowledge. I didn't know how to use this lab. I didn't know how to use this tool before. I didn't have any realization to this process, but now I know after completing this lab. And so that's what you want to hear from your students. All right, so again, this is part of the scenario too. The HR department for the company called Project Site wants the security department to do an ad hoc background check on this applicant named Gregorio Kitchen. Is this an honest candidate or is this something up his sleeve he's not telling us? As a cybersecurity professional, that's you. That's you guys. As a cybersecurity professional, you are in charge to analyze the applicant's file. Remember, we have an anti-drug policy for this position. So, excuse me, real quick. We are going to look into this position, this file and stuff like that, and show you the power and the creativity of a content engineer and what you could do. So, before we open the file, I just want to show you the questions. So, for this slide, I developed 15 questions. So, you have question 1. I'm gonna just breeze through these. What was Gregorio's first employer? Guys, this is an OSINT lab. So this is based on looking for information using open source intelligence. Most of the information can be found in the file below. What's the name of the company doing the drug test? What device code did Gregorio test positive on? So on and so on and so on. So we're gonna look into the file and see the beauty of content engineering. So we're gonna download it here. Click that. And if you this is based on Google Drive, so it's going to give you a preview of what's in here. So this is a lot of content I created for this lab scenario. So let's open this up, or I should say, let's download it. When we download it, the file's right here, Chef Challenge. Click that, and it actually opened on my other screen. I'm just going to put in the password, and I'm going to minimize this, and we're going to drag that over there, and I'm going to drag over here. So this is, there we go. That is the Chef Challenge. So check this out. Remember, guys, this is a scenario. You are the security analyst. The HR department wants you to do an ad hoc background check on this applicant. Remember what I said earlier in my introduction? I used to work in HR. I used to do the look at your resume and all that stuff. So I know what employers are looking for. I know what happens on the back end and stuff like that. So that experience really inspired me to create this lab and really create these content and stuff like that. So first one, how's your education level? Okay, it looks like Gregorio Kitchen went through a school called River Cottage, and he's been certified in cooking. Okay, great. He fits the educational process. Let's look at the drug screen. Let's zoom in a little bit. Let's look at the drug screen and stuff like that. Let's see if he is sober and stuff like that. Okay, that's the company he got the drug screen from. That's his, okay. Okay, cool. Whoa, wait, what's going on? He's an addict. All right, guys, this is all false scenario. This is the power of content creation. You can build your own story. You can build your own story. So, he's been tested positive for that. So he's probably not gonna get the job. But still, let's look at more stuff and stuff like that. So he has a resume. Sweet. Let's see, employment. Wow. Language, hobbies. This is some dope stuff. What else? The applicant, the job posting didn't say good looking. Let's verify that. All right, we'll give you that. Well, he has a secret diary. Wait, what's going on here? Wow, and I have a little clues in here. I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but there's some clues in here that you can find out. Job posting as well. We have the logo for the false company Project Site. Is he a sex offender? Let's look. Gregorio Kitchen, 0 results. He's clean. Woo! All right, let's move on. Did he get the vaccine? Let's check that. Let's see. Pfizer. All right, he's double back. All right, sweet. He doesn't have a booster. He's clean. Again, this is all a false scenario, and this is the power of content engineering. You could create labs like this for students to dive in and really explore. Okay, I'm doing this for HR. I'm doing a background check, and then you'll answer the questions. Across the thing. So that's one lab. Let's go over another lab. I have another lab. Let me see what lab I had. I did chef. I did teapot as well. Let's see what other labs I have. I did so many, I almost forgot. Let's see. Oh, birthday lab. How did I forget about this one? Let's talk about the birthday lab. This is another fun lab. So the birthday lab, this is a scenario. You have an employee named Robert. he sent a mass email of a suspicious link to his daughter's birthday card across the company. Whoa, okay. Obviously, that's not okay. That's kind of strange, but let's go on. All right. Download the email below. All right, we're going to download the email below. But before we do that, let's look at the questions for that. Add a little, fun cybersecurity quote. And let's look at the question. So in this lab, you're going to learn how to use email viewer, and you're going to learn how to use Chrome dev tools. This is when I create my labs, I want students to learn something. Yes, there's comedic effect in the lab and stuff like that, but I want you to come out learning something. You know what? I actually came out learning this new tool. I know how to use Chrome dev tools now. Great. Use that to build your skills up and make yourself a valuable candidate in your next employment. That's the purpose of content engineering. All right. And then we have, oh, no, I think these have the answers on it. Do they have it? No, they do not have the answers on it. Phew. But these are the questions. What is the sending email? What time did Robert send this initial email at? So on and so on. So birthday questions, all that stuff. But we're going to skip all that, and we're going to look at the actual scenario or the challenge file. So let's open that up. Where did I paste it? I believe, yep, right here. So we're going to click this download link, and we're just open this bad boy up. Okay, that's the email file that the SOC team wants us to investigate. So we're going to download this, open this up. There we go. It's probably going to open up on my other screen, and it did. I'm just going to drag this over. There we go. There is right here. So that's the email file. Now, best practices as a cybersecurity expert, if you want to open up email files like this, you could use your personal email client, but it's best to do it through an email viewer. So what we're going to do, we're going to bring up an email viewer. So let's pull up, let me just see. I'm going to open up a new tab. There we go. And we're going to type in email viewer. There we go. That's the first one here. So what an email viewer, you could view email files without actually putting it in your browser. So let's find out the recent download, the email file. Let me see, where did I paste that at or post that at? Birthday email. Oh, that's a zip. No, we don't want to open up the zip. I want to actually download the file. Right here. There it is right here. Open that up, upload, and bam, this is the email. So it starts off with the most recent to the latest. So let's read this email together. Hi team, hope all is well with you. I'm super excited to announce that you are all invited to my daughter Stacy's birthday party this Friday. Please view the informational card below for more details. See you soon. Before we view this card, I'm kind of curious on this email interaction between Robert. Look at the details. Look at the email. Robert@evo.com. Guys, this is the key fine details you want to do as a content engineer. You don't want to put no wacky stuff like Robert@gmail.com. Students are not going to see that as a real scenario. And contact. Okay, let's read on. There we go. SOC evoke. So this is a security team. Let's see their reply. Hello. Good morning, Robert. Actions like this are prohibited with an evoke. As mentioned in the onboarding email you have received 6 months ago, contact announcement@evo.com to submit an application so they can send it on your behalf after approval. He says, oh, my bad. Still pretty new. So I tend to forget stuff like this. Am I good to go? Let's see what the security team said. Hello, Robert. It's best security practice to go through the proper channel for company-wide announcements. You're currently on standby until further notice. As a company of 50 employees, this could have been a large-scale cyber attack, especially coming from an internal employee. The evoke security staff will have to examine this hyperlink. That's where you come in. That's where the students come in. That's when the client comes in for further investigation. We will contact you with our findings or further inquiries. You will receive an email from HR@evoke.com regarding being placed on a performance improvement plan, PIP. Let me know if you have any questions or concern. So, whoa, hold on. We just got a lot of information there. We got some key information there that could potentially be a question. All right. Now look what Robert said. A PIP plan? Are you serious? Every experience I heard about an employee being put on a performance improvement plan means that the company's already planning to let you go. The improvement plan is a facade, so you guys can gather evidence and justify firing me so you won't run into legal issues. Damn, I can't believe this crap. I'm a single father with a daughter and a mortgage. I'm going out like this? Christ. I really thought we were a family, Evo. I guess I'll start polishing my CV now. Whoa, so we got a lot of heat there, but remember the original topic. We got to investigate this birthday card Robert sent to his company. So let's open that up. See what's going on here. Whoa, okay, so this is a birthday card. That's his daughter. Okay, interesting. Let's dive into this using our cybersecurity lens. Stacy's birthday party. Sweet. As a father, this brings joy to my heart. Aw. My sweet little princess is turning 7 this Friday. As an employee at this company for roughly 6 months, I would like to invite you all my coworkers to see my little pumpkin grow up. Nowadays, everyone knows that your job's your secondary family, right? Technically true. Seriously, I hope this does not come off as too pushy, but please come. As for details, I will place them below. I want to stress the importance of proper gift giving. To lower the confusion and questions on what to bring, I have an Amazon list of items, so just sign in and check out what you could buy for Stacy. Again, no in-person gifts will be accepted. Thank you all. Okay, no in-person gifts. Interesting. So we got the address to the birthday party. Obviously, this is taking place in the UK. We got the time. Interesting. And price. Okay, £10. Let's view this Amazon list and see if we could get something for Robert and his daughter. All right. Let me actually log into my Gmail account. All right. Put in my password, cyber123, exclamation point. And let's log in. Whoa, what's going on here? What? Oh, wow. Are you serious? It's not working because this is not Amazon. He lied to us. This is a credentialing harvesting site. Wow. So it turns out Robert, although being an internal employee, he's a threat. All right, so you as a security operation specialist, you got to dive in, get some clues, build out a report. What the heck is going on here? And I'll show you guys a little cheeky source. If you look at the page source, you can see some stuff in here. You probably can't see this, but that's a little clue right there. So I'll just give you guys that right there. But that's the beauty of content engineering. You could build out these labs, you could build out these scenarios and all the stuff, and it really builds an engagement regarding your labs. And I'll show you guys my current lab right now I'm working on before we go into questions. So my current lab I'm working on right now, it is called Cypher. So this is going to be a dope lab. This is the scenario. This is pretty beefy, but I'll just summarize it. So you have a company called Far Zenith. All right, they're a leading cybersecurity company. They have an AI-powered tool called God's Eye. This tool uses behavior detection algorithm by collecting network logs and metadata to detect and respond to attacks inside the cloud. Now, blah, blah, blah. You have an employee named Lucas who took that proprietary source code and quit the same day. So now he's on the loose. He's on the loose. We need a bot. And I pulled out some real stuff. According to, the British government, there's a new mandatory reporting obligation that if you went through a cybersecurity incident, you have to disclose it within 72 hours. So your job as a security analyst, build a detailed report. What the heck happened? Why did Lucas go rogue? Or you guys are going to be fine and stuff like that. So that's a brief synopsis of this. It's going to be a cool lab working on this. Hopefully it launches next month. But guys, that is the power of content engineering. Your mind could go crazy. Your mind could go crazy. So I'm going to leave the last 13 minutes to any questions, comments, concern, and stuff like that. So guys, hopefully this was a informative meeting, lunch and learn and stuff like that. So yeah, feel free to, unmute yourself and let me know if you have any questions. Or you could type them in the chat as well. If you're not too comfortable speaking, just place them in the chat.
I just wanted to say great job, Malik. This is pretty awesome.
Appreciate it.
How long have you been doing like YouTube?
Yeah, great question.
Like you seem pretty comfortable speaking.
Yeah, I started my YouTube channel, and that's actually a great point. Actually, let me share my screen again. Started my YouTube channel in November of 2022. And I started off creating content. Actually, I'll scroll down to my catalog. I started out creating or teaching, actually. I taught about NOC technician and stuff like that, how to get students into NOC tech and all that stuff. And then I transitioned into commenting on news type sources. So I talked about $10 million Amazon heist, the truth about cybersecurity, all that stuff. But what really built my speaking skills up, I will say that background in customer service, being face-to-face with people before going fully remote. And lastly, doing stuff like this. I did do live training. So I did live training on my YouTube channel. I have a catalog. It looks like around like 12 courses where I would teach for an hour and a half on, not random topics, but cybersecurity topics and stuff like that in front of, a live audience and stuff like that. So that pretty much is my YouTube channel growth and how I, got my speaking skills up. Hopefully that answered your question, Stacy. Nice. Appreciate it.
Malik.
Yeah.
Could you put the code in the chat, please?
Oh yeah, you're right. Let me actually get the code and place it in the chat. For those that are looking to do the Udemy course in content engineering. Let me see, get that code for you guys real quick. Where is it?
And
Where
the
is it?
link, maybe the link, also maybe the link to the course to make it easier for people.
Okay, yeah, let me grab that right now for you guys. Get that link to the course. Yeah, pretty cool course. Again, it's a niche course. It's a niche field within cybersecurity. Very underrated. But let me actually get that for you guys right now. I'm copying the link and I'll paste it in the chat right now. Is that it? Yeah, this looks like it's it.